What's going on, guys? It's Kevin with Optimize Essentials, and today I want to be sharing with you the secrets to achieving your New Year's resolutions with a smiley face, because it's always nice to smile, especially if you're trying to reach your goals, right? So about every year, something starts, something fresh comes up, and people feel inclined to change their life, to make some sort of progress, to start the project that they've always been pushing off, to lose the weight. But for some reason, it's just not happening. And I wanted to share with you the secrets, the things that I've used and the things that I've observed other people use that will guarantee your change, right? But before we even begin, I want to talk about why. Why do people set New Year's resolutions, and what does it mean for them, right? I know that deep down inside, everyone has the desire to become better, the desire to progress. And New Year's is kind of like a way to become someone new. When there's a new year that happens, or a new relationship or a new car or a new something, it gives us that sense of freshness, that gives us that sense of vitality, that aliveness that we're looking for. And New Year's is a perfect way to set goals or to bring out what's buried within us. And for many of us, it goes unachieved. We might do it for a few days, we might do it for a few weeks, but at the end of the day, or at the end of the month, better put, many of us fall off, many of us don't get our goals, and it's really sad to see, because we fall back into our habitual cycles and we aren't able to achieve the goals that we're so desperately yearning to have. So without further ado, let me share with you what it takes. There's many other factors that will shape into whether or not you're successful, such as discipline, your environment, the temptations that are around you. But fear not. The secrets to achieving your New Year's resolution will guarantee your change. It is the best method out there, and I'm giving to you for free, no strings attached, because I personally struggled with many issues in the past that I was not able to kind of break free from and not achieve the goals that I want. So the very first thing that I want to share with you is, gotta fill in the blank. Where's my pen? Okay. Write this down, guys. Write this down. Number one, choose blank goal that will choose one. Okay, so when people set New Year's resolutions, this is what happens. They don't have one goal. They have 5 goals. They have 10 goals. They have what I call a shit list, right? A shit list basically means all the things that's inside of you, that's buried inside of you, you shit out into a bucket that you're trying to do, right? Choose one goal. Just one. This goal should be the biggest. Okay, think about this. What have you been struggling the most with? What is the biggest problem within your life? This goal should be one thing that solves the majority of your headache, the majority of your issues. I'm pretty sure all of us have one thing that we stress about often, that we constantly think about, give our emotional energy and thought processes to. It takes up about 60-70% of our actual mental capacity. And that can be related to one thing. And if you choose one goal that will solve your biggest problems that you are emotionally engaged in, you are off to a good start. You are off to a good start. So, I forgot to mention emotions, right? Emotion. Why is that so important? Why is it so important that you have emotions attached to your goal? Because if you don't have an emotional engagement with what it is that you're trying to do, when things get hard, when things get tough, you're going to give up. The reason why I was able to achieve my New Year's resolutions, or just my goals in general, is because they mean something to me. If I don't do it, it's going to give me pain. That is an emotion. If I don't do it, it's going to give me frustration. It's going to give me anger. It's going to give me stress. And if I do it, it'll give me pleasure. It'll give me joy, happiness, bliss, fulfillment. So that's the very first step. Choose one thing, one goal that will change your life for the better. That will solve the biggest issue that you have that goes on in here. And make sure it's a goal that you're emotionally engaged in. Number 2, the best part, the secret weapon, right? This is a no-brainer, but wait till we get to number 3. Wait till we get to number 3 with what your enemy is. But the secret weapon, right? What is the secret weapon in order for you to achieve this goal, right? I knew of this all along. You know of it too. But doing it and actually having it work in your life is another story, all right? You ready for this? I'm gonna cover it up so you don't know what I'm writing. Get ready. Get ready. All right. The secret weapon is habitualize. Habitualize. Pew, 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 pew. You must habitualize your goal. Let me say that one more time. You must habitualize your goal. You must habitualize your goal, or you will never achieve your goal. Everyone knows about habits. Everyone may not be aware that their whole life is a habit. Forming a habit is not easy, but the secret weapon to achieving your goal is to habitualize, right? If you can do whatever it is that you're doing, losing weight, being better in your relationships, speaking up, whatever your goal is, if you can practice that every day at the same time for the same amount of time, you will habitualize your goal and therefore you will achieve it guaranteed. Habitualize isn't a word, by the way. Just so you know, habitualize is something I made up. Sounds pretty cool though, right? Habitualize, I'm gonna habitualize you. Woo! Woohoo! All right, and then number three, very, very important. No brainer. I mean, number 1, it's called simplifying, right? One goal that will change the kind of release the biggest issues within your life that you're emotionally engaged in. And the secret weapon is to habitualize it, right? That's easy, no brainer, but here's number 3, right? Your biggest enemy. Your biggest enemy is this. This pen sucks. Or marker. Feel like it. How many of you guys have experienced this? I don't know if you guys can see that, but this marker is really light. I'm probably gonna use the blue from now on. But okay, your biggest enemy is, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I just don't feel like it. I didn't feel like doing this. You know how hard it was to get this whiteboard set up? Okay, off topic. Just a little quick story, right? So I haven't done a whiteboard before, but I want to start teaching, I want to start presenting, and I think this would be, a great way to get things started. And getting it set up, there were so many defects, and there's just this room and the lighting, and I was just like, come on, I don't want to do this. But I made a commitment to myself that I would do this no matter what. And I'm doing it right now, and I don't care if this video is shitty. I'm gonna post it, I'm gonna do it, and I promise you, I'm gonna make it a habit, because I've taken this same method and I've applied it to every area of my life, and now I have built the discipline, I have built the self-confidence, the courage, the consistency to get shit done. And this formula I'm sharing with you will destroy anything in your path, all your excuses. If you can find one goal that will alleviate your biggest problems that you're emotionally engaged in, if you know what the secret weapon is, which means you have to habitualize that behavior, the third thing that you have to know now is your fucking enemy, all right? Your enemy that will pull you down every time you try to get back up. And that is, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I just don't feel like it, Okay, how many times have you given yourself this excuse? How many times have you given yourself the excuse of, I don't feel like it, right? I'm going to share a quick story with you in hopes that you can take away with it. But, no but. Bad thought process. Okay. I'm working on this book that's probably going to be titled The Keys to Successful Lifestyle Change, right? I wanted to write it for people who are struggling with fitness, people who wanted to lose weight but just didn't know what to do. And the funny part about this is the process of actually writing the book became the book itself, right? I wanted to write a book about getting in shape, being fit, teaching people the secrets of getting healthy, right? But every morning that I would try to wake up and write, this would happen, right? I don't feel like it. Maybe the first 2 weeks I felt really inspired. I was consistently doing an hour or two of writing every day. For some of you, that would mean New Year's resolution. You do 2 weeks of exercise and then you fall off the wagon, right? And then this motherfucker shows up. I don't feel like it. You just wake up, you're not inspired anymore, you're not motivated anymore, you're just like, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it, right? Okay, I'm done saying that. Let me give you the solution, right? What is the solution to your biggest enemy? Guess what? I'm not even gonna write it down, I'll tell you. The biggest, easiest solution to your enemy is to do something so small that you cannot not do it. Did you get that? Something so small that you cannot not do it. Double negative negates it, basically means it's something so easy that you must do. Let me give you an example. I'm writing a book. I promised myself, no matter what, no matter how much I don't feel like it, I will write, or remember guys, I told myself I'll do something. I'm not going to do it because you guys can't see it. I'm going to write not one page, not one paragraph, but one sentence. One sentence. One. Just one. I told myself I'll do one sentence. For you, that can mean if you're trying to lose weight, one push-up. Okay, one push-up is probably not good enough. Do 5 push-ups, 5 squats, 5 jumping jacks. All you have to do is get up from your seat, stick your butt back, sit back down, come up. That's 1. You do that 5 times, and then you get up from your chair, go to the ground, you do 5 push-ups, and then you do 5 jumping jacks, and you will get yourself in motion. By doing one sentence, no matter how I felt, I got into the momentum to do 1 paragraph, to do 1 page, and then, lo and behold, I was able to take that same method, the secret weapon, and do it every day. And guess what? The secret weapon, habitualize. You have been habitualized, motherfucker. It's really that simple. Choose one goal that you are emotionally engaged in that will solve the biggest problems. For me, I started with meditation. That was the thing that solved the biggest mental stress. I habitualized it. If I didn't feel like it, I would promise myself I would only do 5 minutes of it. And once I did 5 minutes of it, 5 minutes became 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and now I'm meditating every day without fail for 30 minutes. Habitualize. You see what this does? You don't feel like it? Do one thing, habitualize. And I promise you, if you take this method, you will make the biggest changes in your life. Small steps, habitualize equals big changes. And that is all, guys. I did my goal. I made it. I followed my words on making this video, and I'm proud of myself. It's my first video, and I'm gonna do it on New Year's resolution, and I promise you, it'll be much more smooth and not as sloppy. It took me 15 minutes to get something that would probably take like 5 or 10, but in the beginning, it took a while to get adjusted to this room, but I got you guys, man. I got you guys. I got you. Some good content is gonna be coming up next, and I promise you, more stuff will be here to help you change your life. And if you have any questions, go and leave them below. Make sure you like, comment on this video, share it with your friends, and yes, have a good day. Peace. Oh.